All right. Well, what I was trying to do, like I said, was to kill 15 minutes, 14 minutes. And I think I pretty much kill is a good word. Definitely definitely killed that time. You know what's funny? He said I look like a guy from when I was talking to him. He said, "You know who you look like?" He didn't. Is he here? He didn't know the actor's name. He goes, "The guy from something like Ten of Us." He said, you look like the actor from the Ten of Us." Whenever someone says you look like somebody, you know it's, or at least in my case, I know it's going to be someone bad. So I Googled it because I wasn't familiar with the show. Oh, Joe's here. I'm going to meet him. Joe Larr. Joe Larr. Not again with the sound. We got sound. Come on, Joe. Seriously, Joe. You can't get the sound. Come on, Joe. Joe. Joe, this is a serious operation we got going here. This is production value is high. We don't have time for stuff like this, Joe. Come on, get the audio. Press the button. Joe Larr is connecting to Audio X. Joe. Not a problem, Joe. I'll just sit here and wait patiently. I can see it. It says it's blocked.
There we go. Now I got it.
You can do it. You can do it, Joe. You did it. You did
it. Yes, I finally did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times.
Do you ever see the SNL? It's like the gritty version of Sesame Street, and you see the count, and he's in the alley. He's addicted to like drugs, and he's like 1, 2 pills or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years.
I think it was said to do with the guy from Stranger Things. He's played Oscar the Grouch, not Oscar, but the Grouch.
Yeah, Oscar.
You know what's funny? For a second, I was like, when I said, "What's it from Felix and Unger?"
Felix Unger?
Oh yeah, for some reason I was like, is Oscar from The Odd Couple? Because you know how they had him like a pig, he was like a mess. But he was Oscar Madison.
No, that was Oscar.
Oscar Madison, yeah.
Yeah, Felix was the clean one.
Felix Unger, yeah. Sadly I know the names. I can't remember anything important, but I can remember their names. Someone tells you their name, I forget it in 5 seconds, but I remember a show from like what year was that? 70s or something?
No, you know what else was crazy about Sesame Street? They're always talking about,
crazy.
That, not now, when they had the humans, now it's all the Muppets. There's only a few, I think a handful of humans on the show, but it's basically all the
really? They did away with the humans? They did away with like the people that lived on Sesame Street, like the guy in the convenience store and all that, and all those people.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, Gordon, I think, Gordon, was it Gordon that died? Louise just died last year.
So they're on Sesame Street. It's not that that's why it's all in puppets, because the puppets don't die. All the humans.
Yeah, they just changed the people.
The voices.
Yeah. And and what's crazy is, for years, Big Bird was always telling everybody Snuffleupagus, Mr. Snuffleupagus, was real. And they wouldn't believe him. And then finally, 14 years after they introduced
Yeah, I
him.
remember that. I remember
They
that.
finally like, wow, the grown-ups finally saw him and they're all apologizing to Big Bird, basically been calling him a liar for 14 years.
You know what's sad? That was actually big news. Like, I don't know what's going on in current events and stuff like that. Like, if you
Yeah,
ask what's going on with the war, I have no idea. But I remember that. I remember that.
yeah.
I remember when that happened.
And then when Mr. Hooper died, it was the first time ever that Big Bird said his name correctly.
That would be weird if they had like an open casket funeral for like on the Sesame Street and all the puppets were around like the casket and they're like explaining death and stuff. That would be really morbid episode.
Well, that's what they did. They had to explain to Big Bird that Mr. Hooper is never coming back, but he'll always be in your heart and in your memories.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, because
I mean, I didn't know puppets had a heart, but
yeah. Well, when you're 4 years old, those are monsters. They're not puppets.
I remember when my daughter, she's a teenager now, but when she was small, we went to go see it like the P-PAC. It was like
Yeah,
Blue's Clues or one of those things. Maybe it was Sesame Street. I forgot because we saw that one too. But I just remember when the thing came out, kids are used to it being on the TV and being small, and all of a
yeah,
sudden this gigantic monster thing comes leaping out, and all the kids like they're all screaming. The thing's
yeah.
like huge. They think it's gonna be like this little tiny, like even like Blue's Clues, like it's gonna be a little dog like no. Instead, this massive, like ridiculous thing comes out, and the kids are like terrified. It's
You can
hilarious.
go at SeaWorld, at the SeaWorld parks. Not they're teamed up with Sesame Street, and they actually now have a Sesame Street land at the theme parks where you can actually meet Sesame Street characters.
You,
But
you know,
they don't talk. They
uh,
don't talk, which sucks. They just mime. Like
that's
you can say, "I love you, Cookie Monster," and he'll do a heart, or he'll be like he'll mime, like almost like sign language you back, like "I love you too."
they should just like tell the kids they have laryngitis and go around like holding a bag of cough drops and be like,
Yeah,
you know what's
that would be hilarious. Or
well,
like a kid comes around the corner and there's a Elmo drinking a margarita. Mommy, Elmo's an
it's 5 o'clock
alcoholic.
somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it
I
5 o'clock? I don't know what actually.
said that to someone one time. We were at a casino. We were at Foxwoods, and I said, "Watch! I guarantee you, today while we're here, we're going to hear an old lady that sounds like she's been sucking on cool cigarettes for the last 50 years, and she's going to sound like this. Hey, honey, bring me a gin and tonic." He didn't believe me.
Pronto. You got to throw in the pronto.
Pronto, pronto, honey. I mean now.
I remember
2 minutes later, that happened. A lady did that, and he goes, "Oh my God, you're not kidding? I thought you were kidding. I didn't know people like that existed."
Does he play a lot of video games and go on the computer a lot? He doesn't really leave the house.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen him in years.
I'm not
That
keeping you up.
person.
Am I keeping you
No,
up?
no, no. I'm just tired. I don't sleep a lot, and I was worn out today. Today was just out of the blue. I felt
Looks
like
like
a
you're
truck.
sleeping now. So that I mean, I don't want. I'm glad you. I don't want to inconvenience you. So I want you to just continue laying down for the
Yeah,
whole interview. Or that's not really an interview, but
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
whatever you want to call this.
yeah. Yeah.